Good morning, everybody. My name is Michael Caselli, and I have the honor of being the moderator for today. I'll be in this conference room all day, so if you need anything, please just come and track me down. Welcome to LAC 2017 in our brand new venue, Excel. Some of you guys have been with us since the very first LAC, and it's pretty impressive that we've managed to fill up a good part of Excel. So pretty happy that everyone came here, and I think we've also got some amazing content for you. In fact, we've got Christoph, who's starting us with our first presentation, and then joining us again for our panel straight after. And he tells me he's got 100 slides to run through to talk about a little bit about offsite SEO and to talk about link building. So you've seen the program. You can see that today has a lot of content about SEO. It's always our most popular content format, so I think you're in for kind of a treat. Of course, we've got the whole rest of the expo, so we've planned some breaks in through the day, and feel free to go out there, look around, check everything out, and adding to our bag of tricks for the first time this year, we're using something called Slido. And Slido is sort of like a Twitter, but it's super real time and it's great for conferences. And if you go to sli.do, you'll find a area where you could log in. Once you've logged in, you'll find LAC, and you could just hashtag LAC 2017 into the little box and ask your questions live and in real time. It'll also queue the questions if we want to come back to them later. Of course, if you want to raise your hand and ask a question the old-fashioned way, we'll still let you do that. And if you want to ask anything during the presentation, then I think you're free to do that as well, especially when we're having our live panels, because we'd like those to be more interactive. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Christoph is here with 100 slides. And we're going to start talking about link building. And we're going to be talking about offsite.
Thank you, Michael. Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a nice morning breakfast. This is going to be a little bit challenging, also for me. We're talking about link building and off-page SEO, and I got a couple giveaways for you for especially great questions. If you manage to get in between, or especially at the end. Maybe even at the panel then, yeah. And yeah, with that, welcome, and it's great to be back in London. I don't know how many times I spoke in London at how many different conferences in the last 14 years now, but I used to build links, sell links, spam links, and build my own software for that called Link Research Tools, Link Detox, and Impactana in the last 8 years. Focused more on the software side of SEO. But I love orange jackets and SEO, as you can tell. And SEO scandals, like this one, where this guy, I'm not sure, who of you knows Terry? He's been around forever as well. Brings up this huge scandal that not every SEO tool shows all the backlinks, which is what I talked about 6 years ago about how I built 6 years before that, that as a root cause for building our software. The idea of analyzing backlinks does not mean analyzing some backlinks, it means analyzing all the backlinks that you can get, combining all the different data sources. So if you have Majestic, if you have Ahrefs, that's great. You combine them with your Google Search Console. This is exactly what we do as well, and add 24 more link data sources to that, combine it all together, and make sure that we find the best and biggest possible picture for you. Some quotes from the last year. I'm sure some of you experienced a penalty, a Google penalty, a manual action maybe, or a Panda, or a Penguin penalty. Can I see a show of hands who has had a penalty? Ingo said he had this link penalty, and because of that he was so scared away that he wouldn't touch links anymore. And you know, links are not so important, or so you heard in this presentation about this on-page tool. I call this the penguin shock, which is exactly what Google wanted us to think and feel and fear. Wake up in the morning thinking about links and saying, no, I go back to bed. This is the penguin shock. And fearing the penalty is better than doing nothing. I don't know about that. But what I can tell you is that many, many hundreds of companies and agencies preach exactly this. You don't need links. Links are not important. We do it with on-page, we do it with social, we do it with engagement, we do it with all this fancy schmancy stuff. What I can tell you is, this is all right if you have the right links. What I also heard from very honored experts and friends of mine, we know everything about links. This has been around forever. There's nothing new about links. Well, not so. If you look at rel canonicals, for example, a rel canonical is basically a type of redirect. It tells the bot to go somewhere else. So if you have a ton of links to this page where you have a link, that's great, right? But if it has a rel canonical to another page, is that still a great link? How much of that link power do you actually get out of that link? And to start with, do you actually know that this page is rel canonical to somewhere else? Because a rel canonical means that the bots, Google bots, go there, not you. If you load it up in your browser, this page looks perfectly fine to you, and you got this awesome link there, the golden link. But the bots are told, no, this is the right page. For a long time, I thought this link would be worthless, but it's not. So there's some research to be done, but the most important part here is that Google confirmed that links are important. They actually said in October 2016, last year in Las Vegas, that ranking without links is really, really hard. Who knows this guy? It's Gary Illyes. I enjoyed this quote so much, especially 4 weeks later, when he confirmed on Twitter to the naysayers, yes, the external links, of course, not so much the internal links. So take that when we talk about internal link optimization. He confirmed and reconfirmed that the external backlinks to a website are the most important ranking criteria. I love this quote so much that I made this character and made these t-shirts that I wear and that you can get for a really, really exciting question maybe. And John Miller, you might know him as another of these Google spokesmen, Google Webmaster Relations. The relations part is important. It's public relations. It's PR. It's not an engineer. But links are in particular important to Google, he said in September 2016 on a developer conference. And this guy is an actual developer, it's a technician, and he said that links are still the #1 ranking factor in March last year. What we see here is a picture of the web. You see, these are websites and pages, and they're all linked to each other. And this looks a little bit trippy. It's actually worse than that and more confusing than that. It's more data, more links, more edges, more nodes in there. The point is, all these different websites are linked to each other. And you cannot not see it or not use it to understand relations of websites. Google is built on this as a foundation. Important part, not all links are equal. And when I say that, I mean that not all links are equal. Why is that so important? Many companies, experts, research, case studies talk about the number of links. Like this one here from Searchmetrics Ranking Factors 2016. Plotting a chart with a number of links for e-commerce, health, and finance. I'm not sure if it's finance for credit cards or binary options, but very rough categories as well. The problem with this number is it's the number of backlinks that is not qualified enough. When we see a number of backlinks, we need to ask not how many links, but ask how many links on how many linking pages, on how many linking domains, on how many linking root domains per month are earned or built or grown or deleted. Which types of links? Redirects, follow, no follow, JavaScript, frames, app links. What's the power of a link? What's the trust of a link? What's the risk of a link as measured in link detox risk, for example? What are the linking keywords? Are these links that have no anchor text because they're image links, or have they their brand name in there? There are many, many more aspects for each link that we analyze. And when you say 1,000 backlinks, you know nothing. It could mean 1,000 subpages from one domain linking to you, or it could mean 1,000 different domains linking to you on a homepage. That's a huge difference. So this chart needs some extra information, and Markus Tober, that I know for 10 years or so already, added actually more slides to this presentation in a revision after I talked about this openly. Google Penguin changed SEO in 2012, which is 5 years ago already, which is a massive, massive change. But what is Google Penguin actually? It's an automated link spam fighter. It's a tool, it's a software, it's a filter in the Google algorithm that they updated from April to May to October 12, and so on and so forth, until they finally gave it a Penguin 4.0 update in September last year. It's a piece of software that tries to understand which links are unnatural, which links are the ones that we should penalize. But it's still software. A drop in traffic hurts. If you come to the office on Monday morning and the phone doesn't ring, there are no orders coming in, everyone looks a bit weird, as if they were on a Sunday. This is what a penalty feels like in real life. When you look at link detox risk, we show it in a tackle like this, and there are other products like Caribou or Systrix or Xovi, and all of these have some risk evaluation for the backlink profile based on a lot of different rules. The point is, you can actually see it. You can see it a long time before it actually hurts you. You can analyze the backlink profile before it gets to a 2,800. We actually say everything above 1,000 is a penalty. Now, you might have heard about this real-time Penguin, the Penguin 4.0, which is something that we waited for a long time. What does real-time actually mean? Does it mean it works within a second, within a minute, within a week? No. Real-time means that Google says that the moment they crawl the link, they recalculate their spam signals. In the past, they only did this in batches for the whole index. Now they claim, so to say, that they do this when they crawl a link, which makes sense because updating the index for Google is something they do on an ongoing basis anyways, and the disavow command also works on the basis of the crawling. What they introduced with that is more granular effects. The granularity of the Penguin filters, the Penguin penalties, got more granular. In the past, the whole domain would drop. Now it's possible that only a directory that is over-optimized, link spammed, so to say, drops. Or that subpages, single subpages maybe drop. Or specific keywords that you're after. You rank wonderful, except for this one, most important one, called online casino, for example, that dropped 200 places. Then you're in deep trouble. For the SEO world, this means it's also harder to diagnose. The chart I showed you was from a Penguin penalty where everything was gone for the whole domain. If you only have a few drops, then it's harder for you to pinpoint. Uploading the disavow file to make some of these links less harmful is not enough. They need to be recrawled. Like I just said, they say this in the Google Webmaster tools and the Google support documentation as well. Disavowing a link is possible by uploading a file to the Google Search Console, and that's about it. Then it's there. And then the Google bots need to crawl all that stuff. And this could take up to 9 months, unless you use a tool that we built called Link Detox Boost some years ago already to speed that up. I said it before and I say it again, you need to audit your full backlink profile. The full backlink profile could be more than 500,000 backlinks. You should not, I repeat, not just audit a couple percent. And I had a discussion yesterday on Facebook, I think, with Paul, where he fully agreed with that, and Kasper Szymanski and Philly Wiese, ex-Googlers, confirmed that as well. Looking at 500,000 links out of 17 million is not a top-level approach, as I heard from this big-ass 10,000 employee agency just this week. It's not a top-level approach. It means you're looking at the mere 3% of your backlink profile. Looking at 3% of a broken car might fix it, if you're very, very, very lucky. Our experience is that rather in the backlink profiles you have a good mix of a lot of different problems, and there's not just this one link that hurts you or these 10 different domains that you find by accident that hurt you. To illustrate this, I made this on the plane yesterday. This is what 3% looks like. If you have the balls to tell your client that we only look at this small slice here because this is the top-level approach, then good luck with that. It's not. It's actually, well, I would start thinking about liability for you as a consultant, as an expert, when you suggest that this is good. I would strongly advise against working like that. Okay, we spoke about redirects. I spoke about redirects just some minutes ago. Who remembers this? It doesn't matter which redirect you use, they're all past PageRank. Remember, that was some month ago? And Gary Illyes tweeting that redirects don't lose PageRank anymore, which is good. but it doesn't mean that they all behave the same. And in fact, in 2014, Derek Devlin, one of our Link Research Tools certified experts, wrote a case study about a 302 passing penalties already. The PageRank question is not important anymore at all since PageRank got turned off for us. The visible PageRank. We're talking about toolbar PageRank, the green bar that we could see. I'm not talking about some internal metrics that Google might use or not use. What Rand Fishkin says that, statements like this, we need to be skeptical, and this is why I started doing SEO tests, actually a year ago. And to shortcut this, my goal is not to pass PageRank. My goal is to push the rankings, to build links, to implement redirects, to manipulate the search results. SEO is search engine manipulation, optimization, whatever word you put to this. It's not something that Google likes because we mess with their product. That is SEO. And whoever wants to make you believe that the approach of trying to manipulate the search results is not the goal of SEO, I don't know, has a different opinion than I have and many in the industry. After all, we want our top rankings. So, extremely shortened month of SEO tests, I found out that when you look at this orange bar here, the orange line, that the 302 redirects, the temporary redirects, which were said to be temporary, are actually more permanent than the permanent redirects, which are the 301s, which surprised me a lot. And I found out that passing of anchor text, which means pushing the rankings, is something that works best with a 302, which is why I set up an SEO test and start collecting people for a list to send my SEO do-it-yourself test kit to, because I want more people to do test and retest that. Why? Because here's the next kicker. Redirects can pass link penalties, and they did so for 301s already. I have not retested this for 302s. That's why this chart here illustrates the 301. If this is your domain, and you got all these great links, and then you got this old domain of yours that you redirected and got a great boost in the past, that's great. It was great in the past, but now you could get a penalty because this old domain actually has the spammy links, and the old domain got penalized, and the penalty gets transferred over via the redirect, which means you need to link audit what your incoming domains have in their backlink profile. Could be a problem, doesn't have to be. Yeah? Just be aware that this caused Home24 to tank for a long, long time. Alt links help you if you keep them. Who of you remembers the presentation about ranking without links, roughly in 2014? It started off a wave of people saying rankings are possible without links. The rankings are possible without links, no problem. I'm objecting that this example here used this phase here, where actually new links were built and a lot of other websites got damaged in penalty updates, in Penguin updates, and then when it lost an important link, it dropped. It dropped like crazy. I heard about this success story about here. Yeah, the beginning of 2015, this was all the rage. Lesson learned is that this is more an example for a deleted link causing problems. It means no ranking without the right links. So monitoring your backlinks is important, and reclaiming your links with a tool like the Link Juice recovery tool that we have in our Link Research Tools product as well is one way to do it. Link building with broken links, on the other hand, is a whole tactic. It's actually a very popular tactic for many years. It means going out and finding links that are broken. For example, in Wikipedia. Why Wikipedia? It's a no-follow link. Who of you ever tried to sneak in links into Wikipedia? Show of hands? And? Is it still there? No. Is it still there? No. Is it still there? Why? It's then hard. All these editors, they are link Nazis. They delete your links if they find any kind of commercial suspicion. If they find just one vague explanation why this could benefit you, they delete your links. And Google knows that. And that's why Wikipedia links are great to get, are great to have, and great to keep. And there are tools like the Wikigrab. It's a free tool here at this unreadable URL, webpagefx.com/blah Wikigrabber. Just Google it. It's a very simple tool that does a very simple query in Google. It searches Wikipedia for dead links. Because Wikipedia actually puts a tag to it. It labels the dead links as dead links. So all we super excited and motivated link builders can go out and rebuild these links. You can actually do this as well. If you do a site command, sitewikipedia.org, dead link, you find the same. And it gets even better. Wikipedia has a directory of all the articles with dead external links. So you don't even need to know how to use Google. You don't need such a PowerTrust extension. This is the link research tool, SEO toolbar, that gives you some extra metrics for PowerTrust, number of keywords ranking, number of backlinks, like SEMrush, Ahrefs, and some others have it as well. All you need is this page and start reading it on the top and go through all the pages that you deem relevant to try to build content to replace what they link to. So they link to some outdated article about the gambling conferences in the 2000s, and you write an article about the gambling conferences since the 2000s and include 2015 and 2016, and then update the link to more relevant content, which is yours. Check My Links is another free browser extension that you can use to actually see those broken links on the page. Because not only are there dead links in Wikipedia, there are also dead links they don't mark as dead links. And this is the gold in it. It's inside the content. Something that is not so new, or maybe is new, is links from subpages. This guy here, does anyone know Matt Diggity? It's actually quite a popular PBM builder. Is that you? No, I don't want to make him look bad. I haven't had him on my radar for a while, but pre-sale pages is what I call this. The concept is basically that instead of linking from your PBNs, from your domains, from the homepage to your website, you build relevant content. You build a page talking about your product and link that domain's homepage to that page and only have that relevant page linked to you. And this is what he means by topical relevance. This is a concept that was invented in March 2005. Yes, this is not a typo. This is actually a screenshot from SEO Book. Who knows Aaron Wall's SEO Book? Huh? Subscribers to the community has been around forever, and a better way to rent site-wide links. That's what it was. That's what it still was. A pro tip for those: in German, there's a word called link guides, where people are very, very, very strict with linking out, or actually worshipping every link. Building links to your links, to those people that actually link to you, is good. You help them, yes, but you help yourself as well. So building links, imagine you have this little subpage on this university that isn't very strong, but it's linking to you. You want to promote and link to that page as well. You want to promote it. You want to even promote it on Facebook, maybe to some journalists, if it's great content. And this giveaway from the intro, from the summary of this talk, is the best links and the most reliable links are the links that your competitors cannot get. Whenever you get the chance to enter into a relation with the guy who runs the website, it might be a newbie, try to do an exclusive deal. Try to make sure that your competitors are not there. Because if he smells the money and your $100, I can guarantee you 6 months later, all of your competitors are there as well. And he sends an email and asks for double the money, or he has to delete your link. And then all your outreach, all your research, all your preaching of why he should sell your link is basically work that you put into your competitor's pocket. That's what it is. So ranking without links is really, really hard, and this LRTLI/hello is a page where we put together some slides and downloads and free trials and lots of giveaways, like these free browser extensions as well that I briefly mentioned. For looking at redirects, we built a whole browser extension that combines all these nasty technical details and rel canonicals and cookies and whatnot into this free extension for Chrome and Firefox. Looking at the power and trust of a link, there's an even simpler one called LRT Power Trust, and we saw a screenshot of this one as well. This overlay in the search results with more data is also free in the Chrome store. So I hope I'm on time for 6 minutes of questions, which means roughly 7 shirts to give away. Who's first?
Right, let's get some questions. Now, you could do this one of two ways. You could raise your hand now, and that will probably get you a t-shirt. Or you could go to our Slido that I described earlier. It's sli.do, and then just type in the question with the hashtag LAC2017. So, there it is.
Oh, we got
So, here's our first question. Should I still try new Black Hat tactics, for link building?
Who knows the answer?
We have someone who thinks he knows the answer. Here.
No, basically. That's why they put themselves down as anonymous, because I mean, obviously I know Christoph because I'm one of his certified professionals as well. But that's the kind of shit that got me penalised 4 years ago when I was here, so that's why I went to him. But short of it, no, there's no easy way round of doing it now. You've got to go straight, white hat, grey hat, but no black.
Is that XL or L?
Oh, I've already got one. Let someone else have one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, other opinions?
You got one over here?
A little hint. There's no right and no wrong to this.
Wouldn't you call PBM building still black hat? That's very black hat.
See, that's an important question. Who defines what Black Hat is? Because 10 years ago, Black Hat was only hacking into other web servers and sneaking in links with a hidden diff or something. Today, I would say the opinion is rather that Black Hat is anything, basically anything that you do yourself to your own website. Basically, I think Google branded SEO as Black Hat, which is why many people say, oh, SEO is not so good to do. Yeah. So building some PBNs, I would, in today's world, call a Black Hat tactic, because it could get an agency into legal trouble if they don't put up a disclaimer and say, hey, here's something that we think it helps, but there's some risk attached to that. You want to take that risk or not? You're the client, you decide. If you're open about that, then all is fine. And I would say the word try here is especially exciting, because it leads me to slide number 74, where I talked about the SEO tests. You try all the shit that you find on some domains. If you have a portfolio of domains that you can work with, that you can test with, you're in a position better than many others. If you have a penalized domain, an interesting question would be, if I redirect all of them via 302, for instance, to another domain that I have that I still have some rankings, will that hurt it or help it? Because in this other slide, I think here, I saw, well, the 301 seems to lose its power, but the 302 not. So something happened to the old SEO redirect, but somehow they seem to have forgotten to update stuff for the 302. So maybe the old behavior is still valid, that the 302 passes the good things, but not the bad things. My point is, trying things out means taking a risk. And if you do this on your money side, on the side or the sites or the brand that makes your living, then you're actually, well, in danger. Yeah, it could work, could not. Yeah, it's no. Try is the important word here.
There's no right or wrong answer, and you've got to try. Let's go back to our Slido deck. I think we had another question come through. Probably have time for one more. Which backlink database do you think is best in terms of being the most up-to-date and comprehensive?
That's a great question, because obviously in link research tools we combine some secret link databases and Ahrefs and Majestic and SEMrush and Systrix. And what I can tell you is that I don't have a definite answer to that. A lot of people love Ahrefs, for example, because they are very fast, they have a very slick interface, they have these counters going up for trillions of links that they add to the database. The problem is, maybe it's not the trillion of links that you have. It's some trillions of links in the Netherlands or in Belgium. So we had a client where we found out that buying the Ahrefs subscription in addition to helps in Belgium, but not in the Netherlands. They were an e-commerce retailer that was selling on 100 different sites in both countries, which makes sense. But it didn't help in the Netherlands, but it did help in Belgium. Yeah, and so the answer really depends on your industry and on the data that you have available also in your Google Search Console. Google Search Console, from my point of view, to give you a finite answer, is the best link database or the link source, because that's the only source that can crawl backlinks with Google IPs. So if someone is doing something shady to your website and cloaks those links so that only Google sees it, then you would see it in your Search Console and not somewhere else. So adding the Search Console data from Google means you will definitely find stuff that you didn't see before, in some cases, yeah? And yeah.
And let's say if you very quickly could tell us just how long do you think that the power of this 302 redirect will last before, as you say, maybe Google notices?
After 7 months of test on this one SEO test and 2 months on the other that I conducted, I switched my own redirects on my own product website for Link Research Tools.de to 302s. That's how much I believe in this. And actually my tests, the 302s, still passed the rankings. The 301 came back maybe a couple days here or so. So I strongly believe that this is something to try. Yeah? I tried it on the German website, not the English one. I got it .de and the .com. I tried it on the .de and I'm happy with that. So I'm going to do it on the .com.
Yeah, why didn't you do it on the .com yet?
Because that's where all the money is. That's the important one. Yeah, it's bigger one. It's just a bigger domain. But yeah, this is also some kind of trying. You know, if you have this new idea in SEO that this could work, and you have the option to roll it out to productive, to money sites, then why roll it out to all the money sites? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If I have 2 baskets, well, at least I can split the risk. Which is actually a gambling thing also.
Absolutely right. And it sounds like that's probably a good lesson for your first question, is if I should try the black hat or not.
Exactly.
Probably a black hat basket and a safe basket. Christoph, thank you very, very much. A round of applause, please.